Here we are at the Aging with Grace Clubhouse, and I wanted to share with you the exercises that we do to improve balance. And our friend Mike here has been kind enough to share his expertise with us to help us make this video. So I'm going to walk him through it. Okay, this is how we start. We begin with 2 chairs, and we use the one in the front for balance and the one behind for seating. And we begin by learning how to sit with good balance, because that's an art unto itself. First, we feel the chair behind us with our legs, just to get a sense of where it is. And we want our feet to be shoulder width apart, because of course it's easier to keep our balance when our feet are spread a little bit. And then we bend over slightly to feel where the chair is with our hands. We're not using our hands, we're not using the arms of the chair for support, just for to get our bearings for balance. Then we use our leg muscles to lower ourselves into the chair. Good job. And the more you can control your seating with your leg muscles, the better. That's why it's so important to keep our leg muscles and all of our muscles in shape. All right, so we're seated in the chair, and do you see how Michael is slightly forward? He's not leaning back in the chair. That's good, because he's supporting himself with his muscles. And we're going to use those muscles as we rise again. So again, for good balance, you need to be able to get out of a chair using balance so you won't fall over. Make sure your feet are shoulder width apart. Lean forward slightly and push off with those calf and thigh muscles and our gluteus maximus. Good job, Michael. You have good pelvic muscles there. Okay, so one more time. We're going to bend over slightly. We're going to reach behind us and find the arm of the chair. And we're going to slowly use our muscles and be seated. That one was even better. Good job. And Michael has really long legs, so it's harder for him to reach the chair because he has further to go. But he has really good leg muscles, so that helps. For tall people, taller chairs are probably better. So Michael, this is the last time. We're going to stand up using the same technique, shoulder width apart feet, bend over slightly, just use the arms for guidance, push off. Yay. And of course that's an exercise unto itself. If you can get in and out of a chair with that technique 10 times, that's a workout. And if you can't do that, I challenge you to get your leg muscles stronger with some other exercises. Oh, you didn't hold on to the arms that time. You like to be a daredevil, don't you? It's just for safety, those arms. And of course, not all chairs have arms, and so it's a little risky if you're sitting down and you don't have some arms for balance. But that is our standing and seating technique for good balance. Thank you, Michael. Hello, so now we're going to work on the next part of balance training, and that is learning where our center is located. So first we're going to be seated, feeling the back of that chair, feeling the arms of the chair, sitting down slowly, and keeping our backs away from the back of the chair, and our center of balance over our pelvis, shoulders over our hips. And we're going to find out where our center is, because before you can be balanced, you have to be centered. That's the problem with a lot of people. They don't really understand that they've lost their center of balance. As we age, it's a phenomena, it's normal, but we forget where our centers are located. But we can find them again. So here's our technique for finding our center of balance. Extend your arms, straight backs, and good posture. Now close your eyes and raise your hands over your head and touch your fingertips where you think the center of your body is located. Okay, I advise doing this in front of a mirror so you can check for yourself, but I'm not in front of a mirror. Michael, am I centered? Are my fingers in the center of my body?
No, not exactly.
Can you position my fingertips where you see my center? Is that where you see my center?
Yes.
Oh wow, see that seems more to the right than what was natural for me. And I've noticed that when I'm seating myself, I tend to lean to the left. And I want everybody to be aware of that. Your center is often not where you think it should be. And if you do this in front of a mirror several times a day, put your arms down, close your eyes, raise your arms, and just feel what that feels like. Now Michael adjusted me over here, so I'm trying to feel that. Is that centered, Michael?
Still a little more.
Oh wow. So I'm trying to be aware that that's my center over to the right more than I thought it was. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to lower my arms. One more time. I think 10 times would be good. Close my eyes, feel my center. Okay, what about now, Michael? This is the last time I'm doing this.
That's much better.
Oh, thank you. All right, so another way you can tell whether this is your center is when your hands are over your head. Now bring them in front of you. And they should look like they're centered, and they do. And then spread them. This is also good for stretching your muscles and having good mobility with your upper body. All right, so now the next way we improve our balance is by standing and doing some one-leg stands. I'm going to lean forward, use my leg muscles, push myself up, just using my fingers for balance, feeling the arms of the chair. And I'm going to hold on to this chair. I'm going to place my feet shoulder width apart. And I'm going to lift my right leg, bending at the knee, and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Michael's doing this without holding on to a chair at all. Good job. You're a little wobbly though. A chair would help. So the chair, of course, is not for support, not to hang on to, but just for balance. I'm just barely touching it. I do want to be able to balance without a chair or anything, so that's the goal. So I'm going to do my left leg, bending at the knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we have the chair behind us so that at any time, if we feel unsteady or as if we're going to fall, we can plop down into the chair rather than the floor. But hopefully nobody will have that problem. So moving on, we do another exercise, and this time we're going to raise our right leg and lift our left hand and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the other leg, left leg, right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this one's even harder. We're going to lift our right leg and right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Left hand, left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now, and this one should only be tried by people that have supervision, which we have at the clubhouse, because it's the trickiest one. We're going to close our eyes and we're going to do those same exercises over again with our eyes closed. So right leg, both hands on the chair in front of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Left leg, both hands on the chair, eyes closed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you know, the reason this is trickier is because unbeknownst to us in our daily living, our eyes give us a sense of balance by measuring where we are in relation to other things, especially our sense of equilibrium on the horizon. All of our lives we've seen that, you know, perpendicular and parallel lines that we use to judge where we are in space. So when we close our eyes, we lose that, and we use another part of our brain, mainly our inner ear as it relates to the brain, and that often loses touch with, well, we get these crystals in our ears as we age, and sometimes the crystals get knocked loose and it upsets our sense of equilibrium. So those can be corrected. I mean, they come and go, but if we're aware of those by closing our eyes, I think we're better off. So here we go. We're going to do eyes closed and right leg lifted, left hand lifted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now it's left leg lifted, right hand lifted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now right leg, right hand. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm feeling a little shaky on this one. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Left leg, left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, that was definitely challenging for me. I lost a little bit of my sense of balance. That was the hardest. When you lift both sides of your body and have your eyes closed, that's the hardest one to do. So if you can do that, even in the grocery store or the bank, wherever you have to stand and wait, if you can have a little something to touch, like your shopping cart, and just lift a leg and balance yourself for a time, and then lift your other leg and balance yourself for a time, that will improve your sense of balance. And doing those centering exercises where you look in a mirror, close your eyes, and see if you can feel your sense of balance. And when you're seated, if you can seat yourself with your legs and not with your arms, and be aware where your center is when you're seated, not leaning to the left or the right, not leaning too far back, but keeping your center of gravity over your pelvis, you will age with grace. This is D.G. Gridley talking to you from the Fountain of Youth Clubhouse. Thank you for listening, and I'm wishing you better balance.